So I moved to Moreton-on-Marsh in May 2021 and I have a River Evenlode running down the bottom of my garden. I was so excited. Just having the river there, I find it a place to sort of relax, find peace, listen to the water and watch the wildlife. But it soon became very apparent that there was something quite wrong. Someone told me about FreshWater Watch and Earthwatch, so I reached out and they sent me a kit as part of the Great UK Water Blitz. Did my test and I was sort of very concerned about the results that I got. It sort of came back between sort of moderate and poor ecological status.
The Evenlode Catchment Partnership was set up in 2014 and it was because the water quality was very poor. The Environment Agency had been given the task of improving it, but they weren't making any difference, and the idea was that if you brought more people that had a vested interest in the water quality into a partnership, that might speed things up and we could improve the water quality.
I'm part of this great body of citizen scientists who are concerned about our waterways and who feel it is wrong for our waterways not to be in the healthy condition they were in our childhood. The sampling methods we have with Earthwatch, they are providing valuable evidence and providing a benchmark against which improvement might one time in the future be measured. And I'm sorry to say I haven't seen any improvements. I should add that in 2018 I also started invertebrate monitoring with the riverflies network. So when I go to the river, I not only carry out the Earthwatch chemical and turbidity testing, I also, on some of my sites, do insect testing, and we're standing at such a site right now. So yeah, I think we are getting a turbidity reading of 240. This is the filthiest water I have ever sampled.
This is a brook that runs through Bleddington, and here is the Evenlode, flows along here past the sewage treatment works, which is just here. So I test here and just on the other side of the sewage treatment works. I've been testing here for a couple of years and the results are nearly always poor ecological quality. If people don't feel like coming out to test river water quality, they can look at household products that they're using, flea and tick treatments on their pets, not putting wet wipes down the loo, all those sort of things as well to help improve river water quality.
So the data that's been collected was upstream and downstream of various sewage treatment works, and we now know that it is the effluent coming from the sewage treatment works that is causing the poor water quality. The water quality of the Evenlode really matters to local communities. They have historically swum in this river. It was crystal clear. You used to be able to see the fish swimming in it, which really brought great joy, whereas now they fear to take their kids swimming. It is just like a cup of coffee colour. You can't see anything through it. The river is dying as we watch, so it's so important that we can do something about this.
We signed up for this project, had some training from Earthwatch and FreshWater Watch. They came in and showed us how to do it, and we now conduct regular river tests every month. The children really enjoy conducting these monthly tests, and it inspires them, and it's so important that we are infusing the next generation. They love being outside, and it's just so refreshing to see them away from tech and participating in something that benefits the environment.
Normally it will come from agricultural runoff and farmland runoff and the fertilisers they use that aren't the natural ones. Sometimes it can be plastic sort of floating through rivers and sewage, slurry. Every single river like this river all heads into the ocean, and if things are in it, like plastic, slurry, things like that, it will all float down the river into the sea. If we keep doing the river tests and not dropping litter into our rivers, that will definitely help rivers, oceans and all bodies of water.
I really like this river because it's nice and calm and peaceful.
Apart from being ultimately a source of water supply, is a place for recreation where we would like children and grandchildren to be able to paddle. We would like our fish populations to thrive.
The rivers are the lifeblood of the planet really, and We depend on them more than most people realise for our drinking water, apart from anything else, agriculture, our food, industry, power, all sorts of things, flood management, climate emergency. The rivers do an amazing job and we should look after them better.
Having the resource and the tools like the FreshWater Watch kit, it really empowers me and makes me feel like I'm making a change. A lot of people I talk to think, you know, I'm just one person, what difference can I make? But actually by learning what the problems are, we can really make these lifestyle changes to not only make a difference, but having the data to then back that up and then use it to advocate for the river, maybe push for policy change, that's powerful. And actually if we can do it together as a community, which we've got, the louder the voice, the better the change.